The Real Housewives of Lagos, Season 1, Episode 1. Guys, I really don't know why this is funny to me. I swear to God, I don't know why this is funny to me. Hey. Well, I promised to do a review, and I'm here. Okay? So we're going to do this together. I'm going to spill the tea. Anyway, wait. I think I'm actually hungry. Wait first, I'm coming. Okay, guys. So, let's cook while we do this, right? So, I promised to give you guys a review now, to spill the tea and all that. So, I'm here for it. I watched The Real Housewives of Lagos, Season 1, Episode 1. There were supposed to be 6 women. So there were supposed to be, we were supposed to have Miriam, the PR executive. We're supposed to have Laura Ikeji, who is Linda Ikeji's younger sister, who is an influencer, mother, wife. Then we're supposed to have Tony Lawal, who is the serial entrepreneur. We're supposed to have Iyabo, who is an actress, a producer, an entrepreneur herself. We're also supposed to have Chioma who is popularly known as Chioma Good Hair. She has good hair space, and she also has Brass and Copper, like a restroom, right? We also were supposed to have Caroline, who was Danjuma's ex-wife, if I'm not mistaken. So there were supposed to be 6, right? But we didn't see any episode that had Miriam. So I'm thinking maybe the subsequent episodes, Miriam would come in and all that. So it was only these 5 women that appeared in the first episode of Season 1. So we had only Caroline, Chioma, Tony, Iyabo, and Laura. So that's where it gets interesting. From what we understood, Iyabo and Tony knew themselves before this show, and Tony also knew Laura. Laura also knew Chioma, right? But and Iyabo had never met Chioma. Tony also was best friends with Caroline. They fell out, and I think they are cordial now. So that's just the whole setting. So, my review of each of them, and of course the relationship aspect of this whole show, which is very important to me, because my page is all about relationship, forming healthy relationship with your partner, with your friends, with your girlfriends, whatever, with your family, your siblings, your children, because I believe so much that relationship shapes us into who we are, or who we would become, or who we would continue to be. Okay, first of all, I've also heard people say, Nigerians copycats. Why can't we do our own? Why must we get the franchise of The Real Housewives? Honey, I think there's nothing wrong with being a copycat, to be honest. China, how did they become rich? How did they become successful? What is wrong with being a copycat? If you're doing good at copying, then what's the big deal? I don't think there's anything wrong with us getting the franchise of The Real Housewives and doing it, turning it into our own, adding a little bit of our culture, of who we are, our dress sense, our luxurious life, or whatever it is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Personally, that's how I see it. So I just needed to put that out here. I like the fact that we have this franchise. I like the fact that we are turning it into our own with our little flavor, our different languages, because Tony actually spilled a little bit of Yoruba, which I like. Our dress sense, it's okay. It's entertaining. And remember, we are here for the drama, for the bus. We are here for the fights, for the bickering, for the instigation, for the fake life, for the lies. We are here for it. That makes it juicy. You know what I mean? So there's nothing wrong with copycatting. Copycatting? I don't know. I would take the characters one after the other. But so far, my favorite is Tony. Honestly. Why did I say that? I said that because what I saw, I mean, remember, this is just one episode, right? But what I saw from this, who is honking? So what I saw from this one episode is Tony is just herself. She was not faking it. She also called herself a butterfly. So she's literally friendly with everybody. Like Chioma, she hadn't met. She was also trying to warm up to her. Not necessarily in an annoying way, but in a Tony way. You know what I mean? So she's just here to be herself, expose herself more, make friends with whoever that wants to make friends with her. And I also see that if you want to bring your base, Tony has her base. Do you understand? There's something Tony said that I love. She said that this is her third marriage, and people have been trolling her for having 3 fathers father her children. So apparently she's married 3 times, and each marriage produced a child, basically. So she said she doesn't even care that if this husband messes up, she will marry another person and have a 4th child with another guy. I don't wish this to fail. But one thing I kind of liked or love from that is she's not willing to trade her happiness all in the name of being in a marriage that is not working. You know, she's ready to, because she said her current husband is her best friend. If that is the case, there's nothing as sweet as marrying someone that gets you, someone that understands you. You know what I mean? Of course, we know that some people could argue and say, is it that you have issues with choosing right? Because making mistakes 3 times and being willing to make another mistake the 4th or the 5th time kind of speaks volumes somehow. Is it that you are not learning from your lessons and you keep making the same mistakes, or you are the problem and when they get tired, you guys fight and you keep changing men? You know, yeah, one could look at it from that angle. Or one could also look at it from the angle of, I'm gonna do what it takes to make a marriage work, but if for any reason the relationship is not working, I'm not gonna trade my happiness because I want to please the people that I don't know into believing that I'm happy. You know what I mean? So I just needed to put that out there. Okay, so the second person I would want to talk about is Caroline Ekenen. I know when she was acting Nigerian movies, I think her last name was Ekenen. Okay, so Caroline, yeah? Caroline, she calls herself a gold digger, so I'm gonna call her a gold digger because that's what she called herself. She said that poor people cannot stand the fact that she married a billionaire. Poor people cannot stand the fact that she married a billionaire. Okay, so another important thing she said also was, yeah, she married a billionaire and she's no more married, she's divorced now. And she did say that sometimes you don't get everything you want, or you don't even get what you want at all. And yeah, so what I'm bringing out of this is, you see, fostering a healthy relationship, in my opinion, is really very paramount. We know money is important, don't get me wrong. But see what she said. She married a billionaire and she's divorced, and she said that when she was in that marriage, the only thing they talked about was luxury. And she did now say, sometimes in life you don't get all you want or even what you want at all. So for my young ones that feel it's all about money, think twice. You know, they usually say it's better I cry in a Rolls Royce than I cry in a Toyota. I can understand what that means, but the truth of the matter is you don't even need to cry at all, right? If you're happy in a Rolls Royce, it's sweeter. If you're also happy in a Honda, it's also sweet. You know what I mean? Healthy relationship is what is important, not necessarily luxury. Okay, so the next person I want to talk about is Iyabo. So Iyabo actually says she's a night crawler. She likes to party. She likes to go for Owambe. And there was something that I noticed. You see, we women, we get problem. Maybe I'm the one that is analyzing this thing like this, so I don't know. But there was something I noticed when Chioma came in. Okay, so let me spill the juice, right? There was something I noticed when Chioma came in. You know, we women, we shall have wahala. So, okay, the thing started off like Tonya wanted to do a product launch for the young baby, for the 6-month-old baby or thereabout, and she wanted to meet Iyabo. so that she could brainstorm with Iyabo, and then they could, you know, come up with a theme, with the venue and everything. And remember I told you they were friends before the show, so by default she called her and she wanted her to meet her up somewhere. So for some reason they met up in Brass and Copper, which is Chioma Ikoku's spot. That's her restaurant. And they were busy discussing, and then spontaneously Tony Lawal then says, you know what, maybe we could do this here. And Iyabo said, yeah, I think so. The food is good, the ambience is good, blah, blah, blah. Maybe we'll speak to the owner. And boom, the owner walks in. You know now, a little bit acted, right? But it's fine. We are here for it. So the owner walked in, which is Chioma Ikoku, and they all said hi, and she sat with them. They were talking about the event and blah, blah, blah. Now, what I wanted to talk about was when Chioma came to their table. This was what I saw. Maybe I'm interpreting it wrongly, but remember, this is my review. So when Chioma came in, you know, girls, I know you understand this thing. You know, when you walk into somewhere and you see, you know, your fellow young ladies, and maybe you're looking good, or maybe they find you pretty. You know how, especially, this is more common in Lagos. You know how they would size you up? Like, they would look at you as if you guys knew each other before, you guys were fighting, like, hi. You know, that kind of energy. That was what I saw Iyabo do. So when Chioma came in, she was like, you know, like sizing her up. Of course, she later said, I like her already, I like her dress sense and all that. But, you know, personally, I don't like that. You know what I mean? I don't know why girls do that. I mean, if you see somebody and you like that person, why don't you like, hi, how are you? It doesn't matter. Like, I know you get what I mean, right? If you don't get it, forget about it. Okay, so the next person I want to talk about is Chioma Good Hair. Chioma Zukwani K. Chioma Zukwani K. Kebela nebeni sigi woko. Ogini bi henka. Anyway, for me, Chioma, in my opinion, is a strategist. Like, honestly speaking, guys, let me tell you this thing. When I saw the flyers and I saw that Chioma was gonna be among, you know, the 6 of them, I'm like, okay, Chioma, in my opinion, I mean, I don't know her, I've never met her, I follow her on Instagram and all that, but, you know, the vibe I get from her, I just feel that this is not her clique, this is not where she maybe would want to be, you know, not like there's anything wrong with anybody, no, that's not what I mean, but, you know, I kind of see Chioma in a different light, you know what I mean, and boom, watching the episode 1 of season 1 actually gave me more insight. Chioma strategically decided to feature in this show because of some strategies, which we would see as we come along. I think this is the much I would say. But Chioma, oh my God. Laura was so pissed off because so when she came for the event, she like I said, she knew Chioma before. According to both of them, Chioma agreed that they've been knowing each other. So of course she knew Tony. So she sat there. According to her, she was saying that the whole setting was fake, blah blah blah. But I think the thing that ticked her off was when they were all talking, making, you know, petty conversations. I knew this person before, I knew that person before, and and she now said, oh no, Chioma is my girl, Chioma is my girl. Chioma, we're friends now. I've known Chioma for a long time. Not today, no be today. And Chioma then said, yeah, Chioma, Laura is a customer of Good Hair. Yeah, she's been patronizing us for a long time. Chioma the gangster. Like, you know, that kind of thing. Like, I mean, maybe, this is a little bit complicated. So maybe in Laura's mind, they are friends. Yeah, maybe not Orapo, not BFFs or something, but they're friends. She wouldn't call her a colleague. She wouldn't call her a fellow influencer. She wouldn't call her somebody I just know on the streets of Instagram. You know what I mean? She would call her a friend. But maybe Chioma feels, no, Laura can't be my friend. And she, you know, this Cancerian sweetness, like she would pretend as if she doesn't mean any harm, but every little thing she does is calculated. You know what I mean? So when Laura said to her, Chioma, you know now, like, kind of like, Chioma, tell them now. And she said, Yeah, I've known Laura for a long time. Laura is a good customer. Laura is a good customer of good hair. Yeah, I've known Laura for a long time. I think that was where Laura's mood changed entirely. Like, she was ready to go. She was not participating. She was not having any petty talk. She was so irritated. She felt the atmosphere was so fake. She just wanted to go home. And guys, did you notice she didn't come for the premiere? So I don't even know, because if you notice some of the adverts we saw, there's this clip that she kind of like carried a bottle to hit someone. I don't know if they disqualified her. I don't know, but Chioma, you should have just said she's your friend. And again, on the other hand, though, maybe to Chioma, friendship means a lot. You know, there are people that, you know, in Nigeria here, we usually call everybody a friend. Because if you don't, they will pick offense. You know what I mean? Comment below if you understand what I mean. Tell me if you've been in that situation where maybe you feel someone is your friend and the person says, oh, she's my colleague, oh, she's my acquaintance, oh, she's my neighbor, oh, she's my church member, you know, something like that, how it made you feel, you know. But anyway, maybe Chioma feels, yeah, I've known Laura. I don't know Laura's house. She doesn't know my house, maybe. And maybe to Chioma, the people I call friends are people I bring in. And if you're not in, yes, I know you and I might know you very well. Maybe I'm familiar with you, but you're not a friend. I won't call you a friend. You know what I mean? So maybe she didn't really mean bad, but Laura took it badly. That's the point, you know, and it kind of messed up her mood. Okay, so another important point that I want to make is, you know, now, like I said, there were supposed to be 6, right? Of course, we saw only 5 of them because Miriam didn't show in the first episode. But we already know that Miriam is married to a white man. Laura, of course, is married. Is also married. So 3 are married, 3 are single. Guys, wait. Let me put this thing on fire. So when they asked them about their relationship status, I mean Caroline, Chioma, and Iyabo, Caroline said this.
I have a man in my life. I would marry a trillionaire. I can't suffer. I have to marry someone who is financially stable.
You see, she wants to be married to a trillionaire because she was previously married to a billionaire. And Chioma said this.
My current relationship status is complicated. And hopefully soon to be mother. No one's here, honestly.
She said her relationship status is complicated. And Iyabo said this.
I have someone in my life. We've been together for a while. But he's a very private person. He doesn't like the social media life. He doesn't like all that. He just wants to be in his own corner because he feels like me. I'm always attacked on social media. He doesn't want the social media people, my fans, my haters to drag him into it. I don't think I want to celebrate anybody until probably I'm getting married again, which I don't know if that's going to be possible. But
She said her partner doesn't even want to be associated with her social media life and all that. So what I'm taking out of this whole thing is, housewives all over the world, even if they're in a complicated relationship or something, or they're even divorced or something, you know, they will show us their partner. Even if the partner doesn't want to be a part of a show, at least we will know who the person is, at least have a name. But in this case, we don't even know the names of these partners. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you? If you don't get it, forget about it. Or maybe what I'm thinking is not true. Me, I don't know. But you know, it's kind of weird. Nobody wants to show their partner. Nobody wants to mention the name of the partner. Why? You see, that's why I talk about relationship a lot. Why would you be in a relationship where, I mean, I know, maybe this argument won't go. Because some people will be like, I want to protect my space. Because, you know, social media is a crazy place sometimes also. It's good and it's bad. So some people are like, you know what, I don't even want to mention my husband's name, my boyfriend's name, my partner's name. Because if for any reason it doesn't work out, I don't want people trolling me. I don't want people digging shade about him or digging shade about me for him. Let me protect it. I get that. But anyway, tell me what you think in the comment section, okay? Moving on. So, relationship review. I don't think any of these ladies are here to form a relationship, healthy relationship. I mean, you know, yes, it's just one episode, but I can see a lot of competition going on. I can see a lot of assessment going on. Like I don't see them becoming friends after the show. It's like the rich, famous, and African, right? It was as if they all became more distant after the show as against how they were before the show started. You know what I mean? So I don't know why it's usually like that when women come together. I don't know why. Like, I didn't see that energy. I didn't see people being sincere. I just saw people trying to, use each other, kind of. Which is really very sad, I would have loved to see, there could be drama, but I would have loved to see, women that were really genuinely happy seeing each other. Okay, guys, so that's my review about The Real Housewives of Lagos, Season 1, Episode 1. All right? So hang around this page. I'll be bringing you guys juicy reviews as it is hot, right? But unfortunately, I don't think anybody wants to foster any healthy relationship, which is, I don't like it. I always love to see women building healthy relationships, liking each other, learning from each other, but I don't see that happening, but let's see what happens. Anyway, remember to hang in there for the very best. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye. You want to join me?